I know I said last time I didn't want this series to be a rant channel, but the universe is testing me, so I'm back in the chair, pissed off and ready for round two. Let's talk about AI generated art. From what I can tell, and this is just from what I've seen, I haven't actually tested any of this, so take what I say with a grain of salt. The way you use AI generators is you take either a prompt or two photos, you can use both, and tell the machine to combine them. I don't know the purpose of said programming, or if it's just a weird, hey, look at what the computer did versus what an artist can do type deal. I don't know. I thought, when I first heard about AI generated art, that it was going to be used as a tool of sort, or like a not quite like a mood board generator, but more a like a prompt generator. It's like, okay, you gave me these two things. Here's a full prompt for an art idea, help break art block. Maybe here's a color palette. Here's a basic smudge sketch drawing of it. That's what I thought it was. And I thought, hey, that would be a valuable tool for people suffering from art block, who just want an idea. And it's interesting to see what the computer comes up with, because most of the time, like in previous years, AI generated anything was just nonsensical garbage that was hilarious to try to read through. However, stamps and stencils are tools. Even though all you do is press them in the ink and it makes a picture. Or with a stencil, you just like trace inside of it with your paintbrush and it makes the shape. But you can pick out the colors and move the stencil around, make something cool. Like those spray paint artists with the bowls and the moon and the paper. That's a tool to use. Tracing is passable. It's not great when you claim your traced art as your own, but it can be used to help people learn about shapes, line weight, uh, you know, how most digital artists start with tracing and recoloring and like, making fake screenshots and stuff. Some of them actually look pretty good. Those are tools, stepping stones. Using someone else's art, combining it, recoloring it, repurposing it, and passing it off as your own is stealing, and it's cheating. I've heard some people argue that they use AI art, and this was a real conversation I read on Twitter. I don't remember their username, and I won't even say it for their own protection. That they used AI art because drawing made them feel disgusting and it hurt them, and they were just I don't know how they put it, but it was to the effect of drawing and art made them feel disgusting, so they used AI to get their vision across in a time effective manner. Well, if art and drawing makes you feel disgusting, you may be in the wrong business, Rogers, because I mean, why would you choose art as your form of expression if it hurts you? I don't know. If it hurts you and makes you feel disgusting, why would you make it your focus, your business, your whatever? And why would you use an AI that is stealing other artists' work when Photoshop is a perfectly valuable and feasible option? Now, with Photoshop, the way it was intended, you take photos and you can superimpose them on top of each other. You can edit certain photos, add a color grade. And you can even use stock photos, which, you know, the whole purpose of stock photos is to be used for everyone in any circumstance, given, you know, give the rights to it. And you can repurpose them in any way you like. So why use an AI when you can use Photoshop? Yes, I realize an Adobe subscription is getting more expensive because they're pretty ridiculous, but you can use like free photo editing tools. Hell, you can even use Paint Tool Sai, Medibang, Windows Paint, and Fire Alpaca to do the same thing Photoshop does, just with less brushes. They all still got the lasso tool, well, except I don't know if Microsoft Paint still has the lasso tool. I haven't used the new one yet because they changed it and I'm old-fashioned. So that excuse just, oh, drawing is hard and I feel disgusting doing it. I don't see how that's a feasible argument when we have free programs that you can edit photos and make mood boards and collages fairly simply and cheaply. I don't see why you have to use an AI. I've also seen the excuse being thrown around, the tail-old excuse. Well, artists just charge too much, and it's too expensive to commission an artist. You know what's also really expensive? Gas prices and movie tickets. Yet people are buying those by the millions at the box office, and we still need to get to work. Now, with the gas prices situation, I understand. We need gas to put in our cars to get to work. That's a necessity. Movie tickets are not a necessity. You paid money to go see someone else's art. Movies are art. So why are movie tickets still okay to buy when commissioning an artist to draw whatever you would want is too much to ask for, when movie tickets are going for like $30 a pop just to watch a movie that may be bad? I have also heard, and this one actually makes me very sad. I've heard people say they use AI generated art because they feel they are not good enough. That they're just really bad at art, they can't understand it, and the computer is so much better than them, so that's why they use AI. Well, I didn't start out as a great artist either. I'm still learning. I didn't pop out the pussy drawing fucking Mozart. Babies can't walk or talk when they are born. They just can't. Yet every time the baby is learning, crawling around, standing up, leaning on couches, every time they fall down, they get back up and they try again. Sure, they may cry a little bit at first because it hurts to fall on your bum, but they get up and they try again. Are you admitting that a baby has more determination and integrity than you? The short and small of it is, AIs are basically, and this is how they function, they take other artists' work and claim it as their own. That is stealing. The artists that they steal from, even if the artist puts their work in the generator and says, yes, you're able to use, they are getting cheated out of their hard work, their dedication, their love for the practice, so someone else can be lazy. While I was scripting this or writing down some notes, I had the epiphany that earlier this year, everyone was screaming that NFTs were bad. They're not real art. But AI comes around and suddenly AI is good? Oh, is it because NFTs cost money and AI is good because it's basically an MLP recolor, totally original, do not steal? Is that what it is? Y'all are just cheapskates? And it's trendy to use AI work? It's trendy to steal other people's work? It's trendy to be... Don't say that. I was gonna really getting into this. Yeah, this is becoming a rant. I didn't want it to be. Better wrap it up. What I'm trying to say is, this is not the answer to the problems I had mentioned earlier. It's not. And it's not even a shortcut. It's an undercut. It is taking away opportunities and integrity of the art form. People are now allowed to be lazy and cheap because they just don't have to bother putting in the work. Why would you walk when you have a hover chair? Oh, it's because over time you'll lose bone structure. You will lose physical and mental integrity, and it will hurt you to just take one step forward. This is what happens when you rely too much on, I don't even want to call this a tool. AI stands for artificial intelligence. But it's not artificial because the program is just taking what humans have already learned and taught it and applying it to different situations. It is appropriated intelligence. It's appropriated art. And it is disingenuous to the artists it's taking from that actually put in the blood, sweat, tears, and love, dedication, and all of that to make said pieces. If we are to preserve the backbone of the artist community, I feel like I'm writing a letter to the Daily Telegraph, we should leave AI in the dust. Just leave it behind and work to achieve our own realized greatness through our own potential and not having to steal it off the backs of other hardworking people. But that's just my opinion. What do you guys think about all this? Did I miss a reason why people use AI art besides to cheat other artists out of their credit or whatever? I don't know. I'm at a loss for words, honestly. I don't understand why it's becoming so popular, but I do at the same time because I'm an optimist, but I'm a cynical optimist, if that makes sense. I guess that's just called a realist. A cynical optimist is just a realist. Maybe I'm wrong. Prove me wrong in the comments. I dare you.